Hello, I'm Micah Miranda, Economic Development Director with the City of Chandler. Today, we're joined by Vice-Provost Dr. Wilson. Thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure, Micah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your role at the university?
Sure. I'm Craig Wilson, Vice Provost for Online, Distance, and Continuing Education here at the University of Arizona. And we really focus on providing outreach and opportunities to students who are beyond the Tucson campus.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us today. We're really excited about your expanded presence here in Chandler. Can you talk a little bit about why the university and your team is so interested in growing here in Chandler?
Yeah. So, it's interesting. We've got a Near You network, which is our distance component, which brings the University of Arizona to various parts of our state. Chandler is really, really interesting to us. And it's a focal point because we see the growth, we see the opportunity, the vibrancy, and the energy. I About a few weeks ago, I was actually in Chandler, just sort of hanging out, relaxing, and I tried one of your innovative autonomous driving cars, and that is just indicative to me of the innovation that was there. Admittedly, I was a little nervous when I first got to the vehicle. But I drove about 3 miles, or it drove me about three
Yeah.
miles. And I recognized right then and there that of all of the places within the United States, it's only in three areas that this works. And that was in San Francisco, downtown Phoenix, and Chandler. That's it. You couldn't try it anywhere else. I'm talking about Waymo, by the way. But yeah, it was great. So yeah, Chandler to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about the course offerings and the programs that will be taking place here in Chandler.
Yeah, so we've got a really nice assortment. We've got a professional MBA. We've got a BA in law, one of the few in the country offering that Bachelor of Arts in Law. We've also got some educational programs at the grad level, both in terms of school psychology and continued teacher professional development. So those are just some of the things that we offer. And for students who aren't quite sure what degree is a good fit for them, we also offer an interdisciplinary degree, our Bachelor's of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, which allows students to sort of sample and figure out, which degree path might fit the best for where they are or where they're headed. So those are just some of the things that we've got.
So when the U of A is looking at rolling out different programs and degree offerings and certificates, what do they look for in the local economy, or what do you look for in the local economy to help guide your decision-making process?
Well, we look at the industries that are already there, what their growth and opportunities might look like for their employees, as well as the families that come along with those employees. Oftentimes, particularly in the high-tech sector that you've got there, employees might arrive from different locations and, trying to meet the needs of the employees, the corporate needs of the employer, and also the needs of the families of those employees. So those are some of the things we look at. And we don't just look at what they're needing now, but what's going to be on the horizon within the next 5 years or even 7 years. And that are we positioned to be a partner to provide that educational opportunity to those groups?
So if you were going to crack open your crystal ball, what do you think U of A Chandler looks like in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. I really see it as probably a major player, a major partner in the growth, and I also see it as sort of a mirror of what the community is going to do. So the community right now, you're at about 275,000 folks that are there, and you're projected to get to about 280. I'd say probably 300,000 by 2030. With that's going to come a lot of shifts in demand and shifts in need. And the University of Arizona, I think, through our Near You network, is uniquely situated to provide that flexibility of the programming that will help propel our friends in Chandler to be able to continue to grow. And I think, again, a 5-year crystal ball, I see a lot more opportunity, and I see a lot more technology, and I think we're at the precipice of so many things with respect to artificial intelligence, with respect to getting those chips even smaller and smaller. I think the last time I looked, they were about like 4 nanometers. My sense is maybe in 5 years it'll be at 2 nanometers, and that type of growth and innovation is something that we at the University of Arizona really want to be a part of.
So for audience members who are watching, how can they be a part of the U of A? Where can they go to learn more about what you're doing here?
Well, they can go to nearu.arizona.edu/Chandler. And that's a great place for them to land, take a look around, see all of the great degree offerings that we have. And as we add more programming, that's the page to go. That should be your center point.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Dr. Wilson. I really do appreciate your time and your support in educating Chandler residents and beyond. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.